Okay, we're in the ProMaster 3500, and when you press the middle button here, you're supposed to get an indicator that says your cruise control is activated. But frankly, keep doing that. There's no light coming up at all on the cruise control, so it's completely nothing, right? Nothing.
Oh, then you know where it's going.
And the first set of module faults we picked up at the Ram dealer in Naples. There's quite a set of DTCs, module faults and errors. And they were really concerned that there's something going on with the battery charging system with all of these. They asked if we had replaced the battery, and we said no, we're just getting it serviced periodically through Airstream. So they said come back when those problems are fixed and we'll check it out again. And a second time we brought it back in January, we wound up with these module faults. Some of them are recurring. We've seen those ones before. So they reset all of these when it was at Galena, and then afterwards on the road, I guess it picked up these other module faults again. So getting ready, we just finished loading things up for our road trip on our Rangeline. That's had a lot of problems, and I'm going to turn on the water pump right there. 44% on the freshwater tank, and the pump strangely doesn't pressurize. It just kind of goes on and on and on, and we're not sure why, but you can hear it rumbling. You can hear it rumbling, so it's going somewhere. Water is going somewhere. And lo and behold, before too long, you see a flood coming out the back behind the rear tire, which isn't right. And then, shortly thereafter, we see a bunch of water leaking out of the front, which can't be right. And even up in here, right underneath the step. So it's coming along right here.
And so we're boondocking this weekend.
So we got no water.
And we're boondocking.
And we're boondocking at a Harvest Host. So once again, unit is unusable. I'll shut that off. Yeah, thanks Airstream and Rangeline and North Trail. Thank you very much. It's been extremely difficult to close the door lately. You really have to slam it very, very hard to get it to engage, and then it comes open on sometimes driving down the road. And I didn't put two and two together what could possibly be wrong, except when I started seeing at the front of the bottom runner these mysterious looking little holes in the side. And I wondered what was causing that. Was it a factory defect? That somebody drilled in the wrong place? But it turns out when you close the door, something has shifted, and these cap head screws or bolts have come forward and now are jamming in the runner and preventing the door from closing all the way. So kind of not good. Just bad workmanship, a lemon, I guess. And so one of the main design defects and implementation defects is there's no power in the upright tower unless you're running the generator, and the generator doesn't run unless the AGS is on, but it won't run if the battery's full and there's no need for air conditioner. So there's no power, no 120 volt power in the tower to cook with, which is the cook station here. And there's no power on your outlets in the front, which is our workstation for doing work on the road or charging a laptop, as you can see. So we're forced to string cables all the way to the back of the Rangeline to the one and only set of outlets that have any power whatsoever on the inverter, which are right above the bed pillows and the other side. So very, very inconvenient, unacceptable, running power cords, extension cords to the front so you can get power to your power outlets. And this problem was solved in the 2024 models, and also I believe the late 2023 models, where they wired it all in the inverter. So there's actually power, 120 volt power, in the forward 3/4 of the unit. So bad news for us, I guess. 65% on the battery, and I just want to top it off, so I'm going to hit the top off, and it takes me to AGS. Now if I enabled AGS, it will work because the battery's low, but if the battery was high, it wouldn't be able to run the generator. So there's a problem. When we need power in the front, the battery's charged and we can't run the generator to get power to the front of the coach. We need power in the front of the unit, and so we're going to hit the start button and nothing happens. So don't know what's going on. Oh, there we are. 47%. Generator starts and shuts down immediately. Looks like it's broken again. Generator kept running even though all the conditions were met to shut it down, but it just kept running on and on. Yeah, none of the buttons do any good. Nothing, 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 nothing. Too bad it's cold. Too bad it's cold out tonight. Yeah, so this timberline doesn't clear and doesn't go back, so it's a frozen screen with an error on it, and just flaky. The display always stays on, never goes off. Sometimes randomly it will go off for brief moments and then come back on, but it stays on all night, all day, whatever. Okay, so I'm running the air conditioner. I'm forcing it into high mode. And when we go back and check on the air conditioner, I know you can't see or can't feel that, but there's no air whatsoever coming out until you get to about this particular one. And it's kind of meager, honestly. There's almost no air coming out. So that's just a dead zone completely till you get about in here. And then it goes up, and that's the end of it. And then that's one of the reasons why we don't get any cooling forward, and we have to run the vehicle air conditioner to keep this area cool up in the front of the unit. So very, very problematic air conditioner. It's been reported before, and it's frankly still not fixed. Okay, so we want to cook something on the induction cooker, which is in this drawer, and for some reason we can't get it out, but hypothetically, let's say this latch worked. We could get it out, and we would plug it then in this tower, which is right nearby. And also when we use our laptops from the workstation, we want to keep them charged. And so we use those outlets there that can only be run either on shore power, and this only runs on shore power, or when the generator's running. So let's go up here and let's act like we're going to cook a meal, and we're going to turn that generator on, and we're going to have 120 volt power up in the front 3/4 of the cab in the house. And now the generator is running, and we should get power pretty quickly here. Once the generator warms up and comes up to speed, we'll have that power. Okay. Good, now we can cook. Now, you may have noticed one thing happen here. When it's time to stop or go to bed or whatever, park the unit, we are going to stop the generator because we don't need that 120 volt power anymore. But you'll notice the AGS went to disabled, automatic generator start. So now we're going to lose battery power due to all the bleeds and whatnot. And so we just lost the AGS just because we want it to get 120 volt power to 3/4 of the house. Stop the generator, turn in for the night, or go to a hotel for a day or two, and we come back and the house battery's flat because the AGS went off. So it's so sad. We just have electrical problems all over. A little bit of more issue here with the side panel behind the driver's seat. It is definitely coming really loose and popping out. You see some exposed wiring back there. And it used to be held into place by this little light. And it would, I can push it back in. No, I can't push it back in. Maybe I can. Yeah, there it is. It was held in place somewhat when it came loose, and it would butt up against that hanging light. But lately it's really come out, and it's just flopping around there. You can see back in the corner, back in that corner, there is a cutout, a notch in the cabinetry. That little notch out right there is supposed to engage with this part of it. And if it goes back in, push it all the way back in, that notch should go in, but it's not going in. So there's a pretty significant pop out going on. And it's just not good. It rattles around too when you drive. It's really, really annoying. Yeah, the light comes on all the time at random. We see it every evening when we come back to the Rangeline. Yeah, so in the latest twist on the outside light that randomly starts and stops, now the latest twist is I can't shut it off. There's no way to shut it off. So that means we can't do any dry camping in public places or park for the night or rest stops without attracting attention to ourselves. So I'm going to have to duct tape that over. And it's never been fixed properly. Never been fixed at all. Yeah, so we've prepared a spreadsheet of 35 items that are repetitively failing and mostly have not been resolved to date. Those are going to be included in the video presentation outlining the problems. And it's divided up between Airstream and RAM responsible areas. The items in red are still reoccurring in January. We've compiled all the information in a spreadsheet. There are multiple tabs in the spreadsheet. Things like the claim information, the motor vehicle defect notification, sales information, warranty terms, repair work orders from Airstream, lots and lots of items there. And also we've included the direct costs for our claim And our indirect costs to date, we would ask reasonably for compensation on. That is going to be the claim for us. And then also there'll be a link to the video documenting all of this as well in the spreadsheet. Click here. Thank you. And here's a kind of a summary or synopsis very quickly of what we've gone through with this unit and our experiences to date. And that will be included in the video as well.